Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something, need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir Delatour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in a gutter. dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon de Lac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Numismatics. I don't know what that is, but okay.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but
They were a team?
they were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton, immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the gardens searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
Cool. Awesome. Yep. Hold on, it's syncing my save to the cloud. Okay, now I can hit play again. Well, that's the first time the game's crashed, I think. Maybe second. But all things considered, that's really rare. No error message or anything, just desktop. So that was interesting.
The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Oh man. At least I don't have to fight him again.
Master Geralt, do what you must.
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right.
It won't let me
Long
skip
live
this.
Geralt the Merciful. Pikeman, see to the beast.
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all.
Smile as befits it.
Geralt,
You shall talk late.
Geralt, magnificent!
You're great.
We knew.
And I...
See to our young... We had been
You're great.
Nonsense. Geralt,
You're great.
natural. We shall need... Tell us.
Wish to see Dandel?
Yes. If we could... Ah!
Your Grace.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell...
I know what
No.
do you mean.
Geralt in...
I examined... Also,
First, I've heard...
Damien? Are the...
not quite you.
I fear you. That's what... Title to...
Lovely.
Is it yet?
Thank you, you're... How did it stop?
Crispy.
Crespi.
Quite He had...
So he...
So it's
Second,
in this with the first.
criminals.
Do you believe?
His body was...
Someone
It's not a... The same.
He made it...
found a...
Delacroix.
Lot. Might be...
All of them.
Knights of...
Honor.
Your Grace.
You are into at the time.
Beast.
Honor.
Let's think.
Milton... Hang on.
Could it...
Milton. They were...
They were... Rather...
We...
First... Damien. And you... Horse...
Hey! It worked. Oh, she's dead.
Your Grace!
Oh. No, she tore her dress. Her girl's like, eh.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward! to me!
That's funny. Nothing. Oh!
Your Grace seems right at home in the saddle.
Clear the path! Clear the way, I said! Is this part of the game?
No.
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Banquets and wine are suited. Oh la la, no jesting with this one.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Lifting hand to mouth. Why I stand to put nothing aside.
Keep calm. Start no brawls.
Okay. 40%. There we go. What else is busted? Nothing.
If one were to call a state courageous or coward, what other part of the state would one have?
Jump over that servant.
Start no brawls.
Alright, so here's the horse.
This is no true unicorn.
Your Grace.
Your Highness, it's an honor.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this
Ouch.
conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
That's why I prepped the spell. Ugh.
Damn it. Come on, stay calm. Shh. Calm down. Easy now.
Oh. That was simple.
Well, that's hardly fair.
Flagrant cheating is what it is! Sirs, we must teach this scamp some proper sportsmanship.
Listen, I didn't break any rules.
True, he won fair and square.
We were unlucky, that's all. We must try to grab the next clue.
Bye! Get wrecked, fools.
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Unworthy. Entirely inappropriate behavior. A complete
Nope, I'm good. I'll just slide down the mountain.
Darn it! Watch where you step, fool.
No thanks. Yo.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
Golden fish. Looking for a fish that's made of gold. Nerf. Hey, there it is. I think. Maybe? That's a copper, I think. Toph? Toffee? It's probably toffee. Toph. I'm an idiot. What?
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
Get back here, you turd.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon its heavenly course doth trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Just get fucked, bro.
You bomb-botched wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Just that's Geralt for you, though. Just does not give a fuck. He's just like, boosh. Give me that shit. And then I took their boat. Yeah, good luck getting back. Later, suckers.
Yes, face no hint.
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Whee! Okay. Hey, a peacock.
Behold the leopard from far away Zerrikania. Predator wild, bloodthirsty,
Arr! Oh, hey, this way. Okay.
If only I could afford that horse for my son. An honor.
But your grace.
No back.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours.
Giggity.
Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouth. End like a mouse with a head full of cheese. Wow. Head of hard cheese. Hard cheese. Huh. Wow, that is... The fuck are they talking about?
Is it about someplace really cramped, uncomfortable?
Because it mentions groans and a mouse? No, false hints, I think. Meant to lead us astray. Look, if we take groan, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese. Why, it's greenhouse!
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks. And the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go.
Rip me being smart. Hey, 40. Cool.
Wait here.
Ooh, he did.
Oh, what the butch?
What was that?
Hello? How many times can you bamf?
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Plenty. Even more of the guilty, though. You're next.
I think not. You see, I've something to do still.
More murders?
Just one. Not counting yours.
I won't let you kill again.
Oh, he does not like fire?
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate!
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself!
No, he's my friend.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened, it was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
I haven't completed the books yet, but if any of you know the story of Regis, absolutely do not tell it to me, because I plan to read the books.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
So you being here, it's no coincidence?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Detlef. I fear he's become entangled, landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Detlef is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Detlef is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Seem pretty damn sure of that.
I am, because I know him very well. Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlef, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Detlef an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlef found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Detlef's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged. Allow the Witcher to ply his trade.
I swear on my honor, I shall smash the plunderers, scatter them to the winds, and drive them from our duchy.
The master of bullshitting. Pretty close. Where am I? Ah! There is a quest here. Alright, hold on. Before we go any further... I gotta get me them potions back.
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
Get lost, you little shit.
Dearest.
I suspect weighty affairs, rather than merely the wine festival, have drawn you to Toussaint. Perhaps you'll find time to probe a certain matter in spite of this. I recently came across the mention of one Professor Moreau, a scholar in Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. Though the details are rather murky, as is the location of the scholar's laboratory, his journal could contain more information. It lies buried with him in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the book I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. I felt this matter could prove of some importance to you, thus I dispatched this letter without delay. Whatever you decide, please take exceedingly good care of yourself. Your Yen.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
That's twice now in this expansion that the closed captioning at the bottom did not match the text, or did not match the voice line read. Interesting. She said book, but the text said tome.
Keep calm. Starts no brawls.
You don't like my tome? Boo! Boo, Cappy. It's an alchemical shop. Hello? Open. Oh, hey, here you are. Hi.
Whoa! A witcher! A serious client at last. Tell me, what do you need? Honeysuckle? Ginacia petals?
How's business?
The coin is good, but just between us, I'm going batty with boredom. I know what my customers want before they open their mouths. Boltmen, birch sap. Ladies of all walks, whatever fragrance Duchess Honoretta prefers at the time. If just once somebody would order some poison, eh?
I know how you feel.
Show me what you've got in stock.
Alright, man. I needed Rebus. Let me buy 2 of that. Vitriol. I did not need vitriol. Vermilion. Do you also sell white gull? No. What is this? Perfume. Dye solution. Solution used for mixing dyes. I thought I had read somewhere that you can dye your armor. Returns all ability points. Returns all ability points spent developing mutations. Developing mutations? What? Mutagens spent developing mutations will not be returned. So I could, in theory, develop a mutagen and then restore the points and do it again? Like I would keep the upgraded mutagen? Alright, well I want one of these. And let's go ahead and buy one of these because I don't know how that system's going to work. What is all this? Mutagen transmuter blue to red? What the hell is this? Mutagen transmuter. I don't follow, but I guess. Oh, you know, the one thing I did need is I needed the sticks, the bone shards, something, I don't know. Yeah, see, I bought vermilion. Oh, I was gonna need ergot seeds, but I just bought the shit anyway. All right, well, screw it. Alright, cool. So I made that. What was the other thing? Oh, the black blood. Black blood. Enhanced black blood? Superior black blood. White gull. Gotcha. Can I make white gull? That's an alcohol. White gull. Yes. Now, Superior black blood. Okay. You won't buy anything from me, really, will you? Anything I really want to sell. That is. I mean, you'll buy some of this crap. I'll hold on to it. 5% from monsters, I can sell that one. 15 gold. Additional herbs. 15% bonus gold. 5% bonus gold. Well, that one's gone. Humans and non-humans. Dismembering. You won't buy that. Okay.
Need to get going. Till next time.
Cool, thanks, bud. There was something... What is that? Ducal official who doles out rewards for contracts. I guess all the Witcher contracts I get have to get turned into him, or at least all of the Witcher contracts set up by the duchy. Let's come over here. You're welcome.
I could go for some photograph.
Luxem. Might be worth looking into.
Sorry. Alright, where the...
Nice tune.
Oh, weird. Where am I going? Oh goodness, I'm gonna have to walk over there. Well. Rip me, huh? Corvo Bianco Vineyard. Can I go there? Geralt's house! I can get a haircut, which I don't need. Let's go to the tourney grounds and sell stuff. Because it would be great to unload some of this junk. Wait, it was outside, wasn't it? Yep. Goodness gracious, great balls of granite.
Here, Master Witcher, over here. Armor chromed and greft all fluted, whatever your heart's desire.
You modify armor?
Craft something for me? Look, got this diagram.
I didn't really want to do that, I just wanted to... Alright, 2100. Okay, good. You'll buy all of that junk. Shush over there. I'll sell the ass ears. I'll keep the Fultus mask and the sensor. What have you got for sale? Ooh. Horse. Oh, this is saddle. 90 stamina. That's much more than what I've got. How much is that? Oh, 251 bucks. That's it? Yeah, all right. All right, and then we've got... What is mine currently? Mine's currently 60. So really, these are just for appearance sake. Toussaint blinders, grapevine blinders, Knights Errant blinders. What did I just get? A Toussaint saddle. So I guess Toussaint blinders would work good. Are the bags bigger? Oh, that's a good question. 110 versus 100. Yeah, alright. I wish you could sort this. Cool. So we'll sell the one of the old ones I've got. Okay. Repair everything. Dismantle. I don't want to dismantle those. Probably just sell that one. Alright. Thanks, bud.
So long.
Here, Master Witcher. Over here.
Good man. I need a fresh
Keep
set
calm.
of shoes for my mount.
Start no
Promptly.
At your service, sir. The racing model is one I recommend. Light, durable, and limited van. Ah, a professional. I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate quality workmanship.
Like you to craft something for me, would you?
Interesting. Okay.
So long.
Hammer, Anfield, limited van. Music to a smithy. Ah, a professional. I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate quality workmanship.
So long.
Hammer, Anfield, limited van. Music to a smithy's ears. Ah, a professional. I like to trade with your kind.
What have you got there?
Okay.
So long.
Sorry about that. That took a minute or two, but hey, at least we got things situated now.
Music to a smithy's ears.
I'm stuck. Alright, so I haven't been rightly introduced to my vineyard. Do I get introduced to my vineyard, or do I just go there on my own now? Like, if I get introduced soon, I'll wait.
Around here, it's wine, wine, and more wine.
Oh, when I go there on my own. Gotcha. Well, then let's do it. Hey, here's Winston. We can take a look at what he looks like now. Hey, you look pretty good, buddy. Your saddlebags, your armor, your blinders, they all match. I like it.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Fawlty. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corvo Bianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands.
I like your glasses.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Kedweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck, and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Interesting.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
Interesting.
The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
That's fair. I have a kitty.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
You smell that?
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
The White Wolf himself. If they would just
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Boleus held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Boleus ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.